you're supposed to be like, let's change the world when you're 17. Like that's what you're supposed to.
You're supposed to be dumb enough to believe that change is actually possible.
Yeah, sure, fine.
Yeah. Welcome back to Media Madness. My name is Thomas, and today we are watching David Hogg, the ex-DNC vice chair, in a wide-ranging interview with Adam Friedland, the host of our favorite center-left podcast of the same name. David Hogg was, of course, a survivor of the Parkland school shooting in 2017 and leveraged this into a career in politics and activism. He also leveraged his 1200 SAT score into a Harvard admission. So we're going to begin today by reacting to David Hogg regaling us with his experiences in high school, not involving the shooting, his experience as a runner in AV club, and apparently not blazing it up, for which Adam gives David here a lot of shit.
Government hobo. Yeah. So your dad was an FBI agent, your mom's a teacher.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Do you go to parties?
Did I go to parties?
Did you hit brew?
Not very often.
You didn't have beers or blunts before? But you were just a running kid?
I was a pretty big nerd, I would say that
Student
much.
government?
Absolutely not.
You're obviously a nerd.
Not that big of a nerd.
Did you play gaming?
I did play a lot of Call of Duty and Modern Warfare, and I actually still do play. I still do play a good amount of Call of Duty, like on my phone, and it's kind of hilarious because, you know, I'm sure I'm playing with a lot of guys that are further.
Plays Call of Duty on his phone. What a loser.
Mobile.
Yeah, that are playing, you know, guys that I'm sure to some extent are to the right of me a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And I get pretty good, and I'll get like first place, and I'll get all the likes and like people following me stuff, and they'll be like, "This is great, whatever."
You just got beat by the Hogg.
Exactly. And I'm just always laughing because I'm like, if only you knew, like, because I can only imagine how.
You want to beat them in Nazi zombies.
Yeah.
You want to cook them in Nazi zombies.
Yeah.
I played FIFA for a while, but it was just kids.
If only you knew. If only you knew. Clearly, we're trying to humanize the Hogg a little bit here, but I'll have none of it because I challenge David Hogg right here and now to a Call of Duty mobile tournament in which I will defeat him decisively. So let's move on to where he talks about the beginning of his life in punditry in the immediate aftermath of the school shooting in Parkland.
So let's talk about like after the fact, and we touched on that earlier. So like one thing I remember from Twitter was that like there was also like that kid Kyle, right? He was like on the right wing side of like the Parkland kids. Like you guys got politicized
For sure.
right? And like you guys became symbols. And
What I'll say what I will say,
he's chill now.
not to interrupt you though.
I think this won't make the episode. I ran into him once. He came up to me. He's like, "Dude, I'm not right wing anymore. I'm chill."
What?
Yeah.
People that were
he's
just
like,
trying to
"Dude,
use
I don't
him.
give a about that shit anymore, dude." Like, he's like, I'm just trying to like chill. I live in the city.
Okay.
It's kind of nice, right?
Yeah, I mean,
If that was news to you, I'm glad I broke that news.
what's crazy to me is that I literally got a call from him immediately after the shooting to him like trying to like challenge me to a fight in the cafeteria. I'm like,
Guns at dawn.
I was like,
not gun. I don't want to say guns. Yeah.
I don't know.
Fist
Like,
at
and I
dawn.
was like, what the hell are you talking about, man? Like, we have.
Why was he mad at you immediately after? Because you did those interviews?
I think because we were speaking out and saying what we thought needed to be done, right?
Yeah.
And he obviously didn't agree. Which, like, look, it's people can have their differences of opinion.
Yeah.
And
he was speaking out himself.
Adam,
You were also kids, dude.
What I'll
It's just like,
say
it's
is this
so,
much.
like, just be optimistic. You know, like that's what really pissed me off. I cut you off, but that's what really pissed me off about the response. Is like, you're supposed to be like, let's change the world when you're 17. Like that's what you're supposed to.
You're supposed to be dumb enough to believe that change is actually possible.
Yeah, sure, fine. Well,
I love this part. Yeah, you're supposed to be dumb enough to believe that change is actually possible. This is the 1,000-yard stare of a man who took on the Democratic machine, and the machine won. He stared into the abyss, and the abyss stared right back into him. David Hogg, at the ripe age of 25, is haggard and old. The young revolutionary with the French physiognomy, thoroughly humiliated and defeated and demoralized.
sure, fine. Yeah. Well, now they're all Republicans.
Well, not all of them.
We can go to that later.
We'll go to that later, certainly.
But that's weird to me, you know.
It is
like
weird.
It
is extremely weird.
It's normal that you're like, we're gonna get together and we're gonna do something.
So now we're gonna move on to the part where Hogg shows the entire world how important he is. He's receiving calls from the very highest rungs of government. He's getting a call from a state senator. That's how you know you've hit the big leagues.
just structurally speaking, the way our government is set up, we're probably always going to have some kind of two-party system in one way, shape, or form. And I know that sounds like a really boring and academic answer.
I know.
But
sorry. Who's that, your agent?
No, it's
Sex in the City 3.
It's a state senator.
You're going to play Who is it, state senator?
It's a great state senator.
You want to hit him up? Let's talk to him.
Zainab Mohammed.
From here, New York?
No, they're from Minnesota.
Minnesota?
They actually represent the district that just went through the school shooting, unfortunately, in Minneapolis.
Okay,
so she's calling me about.
This is something I've noticed left-wing people doing just habitually, and I don't entirely understand it. Zainab Mohammed is a Somalian national who is somehow allowed to represent the people of Minnesota, and she is not transgender. Nevertheless, David Hogg refers to this person as they, using they, them pronouns. They do this for singular people, even when they're not transgender. I don't know, it's like a weird verbal tick for these people. They will refer to people by plural pronouns when there's no reason to, just by default.
About that, so I'm not.
You're the guy that gets a call every shooting? God, your life sucks.
Well, I try to help people after these
I know,
things.
it's
so,
horrible, but it's so you just have to relive the past.
What is David Hogg, who holds no position currently, supposed to do for Zainab Mohammed in the aftermath of a shooting? Some of you will accuse me of having hang-ups about the Somalian population in Minnesota, which is true, because when I get a call from a Somalian, I hang up.
You're the past over and over again.
I mean,
I know that's getting us off track.
Yeah,
but I'd love to hear.
I mean, the way that I see this right now, Adam, is the best way to beat them is to to win is to defeat them, and that's what we try to do with Leaders We Deserve. We're trying to find the best.
Obviously.
Young people, like there's lots of young people who suck.
So he does talk at length about the ordeal of his ouster from the Democratic Party leadership, which is pretty boring. It's mostly him just reciting a lot of parliamentary procedure. But to close off this very lighthearted of episodes, let's watch David Hogg talking about his playlists post-breakup, which was apparently 2 months ago.
This hell.
Adam, I don't know if I'm necessarily saving the Democrats. I'm trying to do my part.
Well, you're being a net positive.
I'm trying to help, man. This shit sucks. And
what albums are you listening to post-breakup?
What albums am I listening to?
Can I give you a playlist that I have called Pain?
Oh,
I have
yes.
a playlist from
Dude, I have one that's
from
even
9 years called Pain.
I have one that is never mind.
What? Just tell me, bro.
I have one that's even more depressing and cringe than that.
Everyone's calling you a fucking 75-year-old Soros-funded actor. Tell them about the songs you're listening to after this demon ruined your life.
Fine. So
be a human being.
I've been listening to there's a song called Wicked Game that's very good.
Chris Isaac? Mm-hmm. That's a horny ass song.
And then
why you're listening to sex songs post breakup?
Well, you know what the song's actually about, right? Have you listened to the lyrics, Adam?
No, I feel like some
anyways.
All right. I'm watching someone having sex listening to that song.
Well,
and I wanna fall in love.
That's a great imitation.
With you. Have you seen the video? They're like on the beach. It's black and white. Yeah.
Mm. Well, I probably should.
Sexy. Go watch the video.
Ruin the song for me.
Stop listening to that song. They're better. Let me play you some.
Okay.
I'll play you some song. You know, have you ever heard? Let me see.
Do you want me to pull out?
All right, whatever. That's gonna have to do it for me today. That is all I got for you guys today. Thank you again for watching Media Madness. You must like, subscribe, and comment below so that we can defeat David Hogg. Thanks again for watching. My name is Thomas, and we'll see you next time.